Wow. The first week of On Your Mark, the study of the Gospel of Mark, has been beyond our expectations. Currently, there's 75 that have accepted the invitation to study through the book of Mark, and many more are doing acts of kindness, as you can see behind me. Oh, that shoulder, and are doing acts of kindness and are letting us know what's going on all over the city. And I think we've even gone as far as Tennessee doing acts of kindness. So exciting summer, and just so thankful that you have kind of grabbed hold of this and we are moving forward together. We're beginning the second week in the study of Mark, and we preached on Mark 2, 1 through 12, which is a complex and yet a really powerful passage about Jesus healing a man after four of his friends, the four of the paralytic's friends, dropped him from the ceiling. Well, didn't drop him from the ceiling necessarily, but dropped him down through the roof into Jesus' arms to be healed. And what we're going to notice this week is that the book of Mark begins to build this contrast about who really gets it and who is who's really fighting against Jesus. And what you're going to notice is that the people who really get it are those who are sick and are hurting, that have nowhere else to turn. Those that really get it are going to be the tax collectors. And the interesting thing, the powerful thing, the thing that we all can learn is that Jesus didn't shy away from any of these people who are outside the mainstream of society. Matter of fact, he went to them and gave them a lot of his time. The ones who didn't get it consistently are the religious leaders. And in some instance, we can really understand that. They had the most to lose, quite frankly, because they were in a system of power and they were dictating what was going on. Jesus came along teaching that he wasn't coming to abolish the law and the prophets and all the teachings of Moses. He had come to fulfill them. But fulfilling them looked a lot different than what the religious leaders had envisioned the Messiah would do when he came. And so they were probably a bit scared, a bit resentful, and I think they were confused. For the Messiah wasn't coming into their living rooms necessarily to give them all his time. He was going to the places where they wouldn't go and talking to people they wouldn't talk to and doing things on the Sabbath that they wouldn't do and healing people that they would never touch. And it was a confusing and just a disturbing time for them. And so rather than have an open mind, they began to resent Jesus from the very beginning and push back. And we're going to see that even in Mark chapter 2, this is going to begin to build. Throughout the next 10 weeks, we're going to see that this conflict is taking place, that Jesus against the religious leaders. And it's going to culminate. We all know where it culminates. It's on a cross. But for this week, just enjoy the purity of heart of those who accept Jesus. Acknowledge that there was confusion and much to lose by those who were religious leaders. And may we all do our best to really kind of understand and begin to have Jesus' eyes and ears and heart for the world, particularly for the people who are most at risk. My prayers go with you as you read this week, wherever you may be. I know that we've got some folks on the beach. We've got some folks that are traveling to Canada and everywhere in between. So I pray that you'll have a great week. If you're traveling, of good travel and rest. If you're here, great, love to see you on lots of things going on this week. On Monday night, we've got Newborns in Need at 6:30. Wednesday, Rachel Circle's going to Sandy Hamblin's, meet at 9:40, and they're going to carpool together. Thursday night meal starts at 6 o'clock, and the Fishers of Men are providing, I've heard, fried chicken, and you bring the sides and the desserts. And then we'll have a great weekend together, 10 a.m. worship, and so much more going on. Find a place to get plugged in. That's all I can say. It's a great summer that was already starting, and look forward to how God's going to continue to use it.